Welcome to the video for 7.3. This lesson is extremely similar to 7.2, which is why I'm lumping them together this week. There are just a few little things in 7.3 that you'll want to watch out for. And so without further ado, let's get going. You'll find this really easy. If you understood 7.2, this is going to be a piece of cake. Okay, I will reward myself with this here milk chocolate as soon as I do the first two examples. I need to keep myself motivated. All right, here we go. There are two patterns that you need to recognize in 7.3. The first one is called the square of a binomial. Let me give you an example. So here's a binomial like x plus 2, and we are going to square it. Okay? So you would need to expand and multiply. There is a correct way of doing this, and there's a very common incorrect way of doing this. So let me show you first of all what the incorrect answer is. Here's what some students do incorrectly. They say, well, I'm squaring the x and I'm squaring the 2, so my answer is going to be x squared plus 4. That is wrong. What you really need to do is this, and I think it'll make sense once you see it. Squared means that you're multiplying the base times itself. So really what this means, it means x plus 2 times x plus 2 this way. And of course, once you now have it written out like this, you already know what to do, don't you? You do this. You do x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 2 is going to be 4. So your final answer is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay? So be very careful about that, not making that mistake. It's a very common mistake. I see students do it all the time. So what they do is they just simply think, oh, the x is being squared, so it's x squared, and the 2 is being squared, so it's 2 squared, and they end up getting x squared plus 4. But that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is x squared plus 4x plus 4. So please don't do that. Let me give you a numerical example of this, just so you guys can, actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and write that. Not, and I'm going to underline it. It's not this idea. This is wrong. So please don't do that. And I'm going to write it out there so you guys can see the common mistake that you are not to do. Please don't do that. Here, I'm going to put up. It's not right. I'm going to do a numerical example for you so you guys can really see how this does actually make sense. There's a reason behind it. So let's just go ahead and use some easy numbers. You don't need to write this in your notes, just watch. So for example, 2 plus 3 squared. Okay? So you know that 2 plus 3 squared is 25. Think about it for a second. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 squared is 25. So this needs to be 25, right? So here's the wrong way of doing it. You just say, all right, well, 2 squared is 4, and 3 squared is 9, and 4 plus 9 equals 13. You know that's wrong, because it's not 13. You know the answer is 25. That's because 2 plus 3 squared means 2 plus 3 times 2 plus 3. Now watch. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 3 is 9. And when you add those together, you get 25, which is the correct answer. Because, of course, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 squared is 25. So that's how you have to do it. So please do it the correct way. I told you not to write it down, but I suppose that if you want, you can. There's the wrong way. There's the right way. Please do it the right way. Much appreciated. It'll help your grade, too. Okay. Now let's do a second example. And I just want you to try, okay? I'm going to put a negative in there, but you'll be okay. Example B, x minus 3 squared. Now, you pause the video, and I'm going to eat this chocolate right here. And while I'm eating this chocolate, you do this one, and make sure that you get it right, okay? Milk chocolate. I love milk chocolate. I don't drink coffee, but I love milk chocolate. Hint, hint, hint. You can always bring me a little piece of mint chocolate. Okay. You should have done this. X minus 3 times x minus 3. That's what that means. So we're going to do x times x. That gives me x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Did you get the positive 9? Awesome. So then we have x squared minus 6x plus 9. So this is a pattern, I say, because you're going to notice that whenever you have this kind of a problem, a binomial squared, these two middle terms are always going to match. They're going to be the same. You think about it. They have to be the same. So some students, kind of realizing that those middle terms are going to be the same, can kind of take some shortcuts sometimes, because this middle term is just going to be twice of 2 times x. And this middle term is going to be twice of negative 3 times x. So if you want to learn to take a shortcut by observing these patterns, go ahead. But you really don't need to know these patterns. All you have to do is expand it, multiply, combine like terms. Let's do one last one. So let's do it now with a little bit of some bigger numbers, like 2a plus 5b squared. Okay, once again, you pause the video and I eat the other half of this very tasty milk chocolate. God bless Hershey's, whoever they were. It's a great family. And while I eat my chocolate, you try that math problem. I know life's not fair. That's sorry. Did you do this? 2a plus 5b times 2a plus 5b. I'll go below to do this one. 2a times 2a is 4a squared. 2a times 5b is 10ab. 5b times 2a is also 10ab. The middle terms are going to be the same. And lastly, 5b times 5b is 25b squared. Now your middle terms are the same, and so you're going to get 4a squared plus 20ab plus 25b squared. Okay, and that is how you multiply, that's how you square a binomial. Observe the pattern if you'd like. If you are not a person who loves patterns and it's easy enough just to multiply it out like this, which it is, then go ahead and just multiply it out. Okay, that's the first video for 7.3. In the second video for 7.3, we're going to take a look at another pattern. I'm now going to take a chocolate break. See you soon.